Hey everyone, welcome back to Xeno Expert. You ever seen an anime where the main character looks like they'd lose to a kitten, but suddenly turns the whole world upside down? Yup, sometimes the weakest looking heroes hide the craziest powers. From bullied nobodies to dungeon explorers, these MCs go from zero to unstoppable. So today, I've got 10 anime picks where the MC seems weak but ends up blowing everyone's mind. If you're into surprise power-ups and underdog revenge, you're gonna love this list. In the not-so-distant future, a brutal war rages on between the Republic of San Magnolia and the Legion, a terrifying autonomous army of drones. The Republic claims to be fighting with its own unmanned machines, but the truth is far darker. The 86, a marginalized group of people, are forced to fight in the deadly front lines, piloting those very drones that the Republic pretends to control. Vladielina Miles, a young, idealistic military officer in charge of overseeing the elite Spearhead Squadron, which is made up entirely of 86. But the squadron isn't just fighting for survival, they're fighting for their freedom and for the truth that no one in the Republic wants to face. Leading the charge is Shin Nu-zen, a battle-hardened leader nicknamed the Grim Reaper for his ruthless efficiency on the battlefield. As Vladielina Miles develops a connection with Shin Nu-zen and the rest of the squadron, she starts to see the horrifying reality of the Republic's lies and the pain these soldiers endure. But as the war escalates, it becomes clear that survival is not enough. There's a much larger conspiracy at play. In the bustling city of Ororio lies the mysterious dungeon. Adventurers brave its depths, seeking glory and power. Belcranel, a naive youth, fights as Hestia Familia's soul member. Mocked for his weakness, he holds an unshakable resolve. A fateful encounter with Ace Wallenstein sparks his ambition. Determined, Bel strives to rise and become a true hero. As he bravely descends into the treacherous depths of the dungeon, facing formidable monsters and forming unexpected bonds with other adventurers, Bel's rapid growth and surprising potential begin to attract the attention of gods, goddesses, and the elite of Ororio. Together with Hestia and his growing circle of allies, this determined underdog embarks on a perilous journey to prove his worth, uncover the dungeon's secrets, and perhaps even capture the heart of the unattainable Sword Princess, all while striving to rise from the very bottom of the adventurer ranks. In a world where consuming skill fruits grants extraordinary powers, an aspiring adventurer named Light is cursed with the fruit cultivation skill. This seemingly pointless ability enhances his farming skills but offers nothing in combat. While his childhood friend Rena rises to S rank in record time, Light's progress seems hopeless as the gap between them grows. Despite this, Light persists, spending his days farming and training with a sword. His fate changes when he accidentally eats a second skill fruit, a deadly mistake that should have killed him. Instead of perishing, Light discovers the true power of his skill fruit cultivation allows him to consume an unlimited number of skill fruits without dying, gaining a new ability each time. What was once a worthless skill becomes the most powerful ability in existence, and Light's adventure takes a thrilling turn. With his newfound power, Light's journey to surpass Rena and become the greatest adventurer begins in earnest. The echoes of a brutal war still haunt Toru Akura, a former saboteur now adrift in a peace that offers no solace. His life takes an unexpected turn when he encounters Chaika Trabant, a peculiar white-haired girl carrying a coffin. Chaika's goal is to gather the scattered remains of the deceased Emperor Arthurgaz, for reasons unknown. Drawn by a sense of purpose he thought lost, Toru and his adopted sister Akari join Chaika on her bizarre quest. Their journey is fraught with peril, as they are pursued by powerful nations and individuals also seeking the Emperor's remains, each with their own agendas. Along the way, they encounter other Chaikas, girls bearing similar coffins and claiming to be the Emperor's daughter, further deepening the mystery. As they collect the fragmented body parts, the truth behind Emperor Arthur and the purpose of Chaika's mission gradually comes to light, revealing a conspiracy that could plunge the world back into chaos. An ordinary facade hides Nor's extraordinary and singular talent, the perfect parry of absolutely anything, from the simplest object to the most potent magic. His defense is impenetrable. Despite his incredible skill, Nor prefers a peaceful life and avoids unnecessary conflict. However, his exceptional talent inevitably draws unwanted attention from those seeking to exploit or challenge his power. When a looming threat emerges, one that even his perfect parry might not be enough to stop, Nor is forced to step out of the shadows. He must learn to not only defend but also to utilize his parrying ability in unexpected offensive ways. His journey will pit him against formidable foes with diverse abilities, pushing the limits of his defensive prowess and forcing him to discover the true potential of parrying everything. A man who only wants to deflect danger might become the world's greatest protector. His journey turns his defense into the world's greatest power, redefining protection. In a world defined by constant warfare and the power of the Vanitas, 7 beautiful women wielding legendary weapons, Count Tigervermud Vorn suffers a crushing defeat at the hands of Eleonora Volteria, the Vanitas of Leitmeritz. Yet, instead of death, Tigray finds himself a prisoner of the captivating war maiden. However, Elin recognizes a unique strength and unwavering spirit within the seemingly ordinary Count. As the flames of war spread and other nations seek to exploit the chaos, Tigray and Elin forge an improbable bond. Tigray's mastery of the bow and tactical mind become crucial assets alongside Elin's divine power. This is the story of an unlikely alliance between a powerless Count and a formidable Vanitas, as they rally other war maidens and fight to defend their territories and perhaps find something more amidst the brutality of war. Their intertwined fate will determine not only the survival of their nations but also the destiny of the entire continent. For 10 long years, Rent Fina has struggled as a low-rank adventurer, dreaming of greatness yet forever trapped at the bottom. No matter how hard he trains, his fate remains unchanged, until one fateful expedition changes everything. While exploring the Demon Labyrinth, Rent stumbles upon an undiscovered area, and an encounter with a mysterious dragon ends his life in an instant. Or so he thought. Instead of dying, Rent awakens as an undead skeleton, stripped of his humanity yet still clinging to his will to survive. With no other choice, he begins his journey as a monster, hunting other creatures to absorb their essence and evolve. As he grows stronger, Rent discovers a way to conceal his undead nature and re-enter human society. But lurking beneath his disguise is the ever-present hunger of a being caught between life and death. Yet in a world that fears the undead, one wrong move could spell his end. An adventurer reborn in death. This is the rise of the unwanted undead adventurer. The orphaned hero carries the weight of vengeance in his heart, his sole purpose to slay the monstrous dragon Dagenzord, who stole his parents from him. Under the tutelage of the enigmatic swordsman Jiru, Hero has honed his skills for this deadly encounter. Their journey unfolds in a brutal world where human kingdoms clash and monstrous creatures hold sway. The very fabric of this land is steeped in ancient magic and the looming threat of Dagenzord's return. For a decade, Jiru has guided Hero, preparing him for the inevitable showdown. Now, their path leads them through perilous territories, forcing them to confront not only monstrous beasts, but also the dark undercurrents of human ambition. Hero's personal vendetta against Dagenzord is more than just a quest for revenge. It is intertwined with the destiny of the world itself, and his success or failure will determine whether hope or despair prevails. The choices he makes along the way will shape the future of the entire realm. In a world plagued by monstrous creatures emerging from interdimensional gates called gates, humanity relies on hunters, individuals with supernatural abilities, to combat them. Sung Jinwoo is infamously known as the weakest hunter of all mankind, barely surviving low-rank dungeons. One day, during a raid on a particularly dangerous hidden dungeon, Jinwoo seemingly meets his demise. However, he mysteriously awakens in a hospital with a unique system interface only visible to him, granting him the ability to level up his stats and abilities indefinitely. Embracing this newfound power, Jinwoo begins his journey to become stronger, clearing dungeons and facing increasingly powerful foes. As he levels up, his abilities grow exponentially, far surpassing those of even the strongest hunters. Unbeknownst to the world, Jinwoo's fast growth reveals a deeper, hidden threat behind the system. His solo ascent challenges the established hierarchy of hunters and unveils the terrifying truth behind the gates. In a medieval world where magic is commonplace and feared, a beast-fallen mercenary, a human with the appearance of a white tiger, encounters a powerful and eccentric witch named Zero. Zero seeks a forbidden magic book called the Book of Zero, which holds immense power and knowledge that could threaten the world. The mercenary, who despises witches, agrees to become Zero's bodyguard on her quest to find the grimoire and its runaway author. Their journey takes them through dangerous lands filled with other witches, sorcerers, and magical creatures, each with their own agendas regarding the book. As they travel together, the beast-fallen mercenary begins to question his prejudices against witches, forming an unexpected bond with Zero. He learns about the complexities of magic and the different factions vying for control of its power. Their quest turns into a race against time to secure the Book of Zero before chaos is unleashed. Amid rising danger, the mercenary hopes Zero can fulfill his wish to become human.